227.2021 S&P 500 right now is sitting on top of the 10-day simple moving average. We called for a correction when we were up here at the highs. We made it very clear that these markets would have reversal volatility, as they have. And now the 50-day moving average on the S&P, which would be that weekly consolidation right there. The reason why we're looking at it on a weekly is so that you have a clear view of it. These are weekly moving averages, and the daily moving averages, we're going to take a look at those in a minute. So the 10-week is going to be very, very, very important. When we break below a 10-week moving average, then more selling happens, and there's the bottom of the base right above the 50-week. Now, we haven't hit a weekly sell signal yet. Let's take a look at the daily on the S&P. Now, when you look at the daily, what you're doing is you're testing the 50-day moving average right now on the daily. You broke below the 10 and the 20-day simple moving average, and you've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-day sell signal that started on 222, and it did. And the high was 3,902 at the time when that happened. We made the highs in the volatility, and we said the markets were going to come down, and they were going to come down hard, and we're still not going down. Because when we break below or gap below that 50-day moving average, it's been a long-term breakout point for the S&P 500 with its great outperformance for the bulls, as it has been. Now, the bulls are very much in trouble because of that 50-day moving average right there. And that's what we're sitting on. Now, when you look at where the 100-day moving average is, that's just right above 3680 or so. And it is. And the 150-day, well, that's way down here. Now, we will be starting out the month of March very soon. And that means that we look forward to spring. And or once the sellers have completed their cycle, then we would look to see what would a spring rally look like forward looking, and when does that spring rally come? Do we go ahead and do the full correction as we should, so that that spring rally would be even much more powerful? Or do we simply go up in volatility, test the moving averages, which are resistance in the short term, and then we drop? We will be covering the NASDAQ composite, the Russell, the Dow, and things like this. And you'll see where the breakdown is clearly with us. Option trading room. Take your free trial with us. We're here. You can sign up and you can get active during live trading hours. It's your responsibility to want to be good, and that's what we're here to do, is make you good. One thing that I will say is that the daily stochastic is 13.4, and it's getting cheap at support. So we'll just take a look and see what the support here and what resistance is when it travels higher, as it does. And or do the sellers move in, and how many stop losses are below the 50-day moving average on the S&P 500? And do the yields continue to keep breaking out higher, as we have said all along that they would? Then the sector rotation, and where they have moved into stocks that everybody is trying to buy under the Biden campaign. In our power plays, we have Deere, Caterpillar, MLM, Rio, BHP, Vulcan Materials, TAN, First Solar Stock right here, all Plug Power, Nucor, Mosaic, Cummins, Oil Patches, all of it, United Airlines, all the airlines, they've been barreling in there. Anyway, the S&P has a heavier tech weighting, and Tesla is also in the S&P 500. So Tesla ended up negative on the day, and it came down and tested 659 and had a bounce. Not a real big hardcore bounce, but still nonetheless it did. So interest rate sensitive stocks, what would be the next round of selling that would drive the S&P 500 lower? But then on the other hand, why would the sector rotation give the S&P 500 short-term oversold conditions? The sell signal on that daily S&P is minus 14, and we haven't seen that forever. So once again, my friends, let us take you down the road that you want to go down after 35 years of volatility and all of the algorithms and all of the programs that are used in these exchanges and the ECNs, all of it. So many things you're not aware of. Let us open your eyes today. Take the free trial.